I want to talk about four things that are often very confusing. That is pre-qualification, pre-approval, underwriting, and loan approval, which eventually ends in funding the loan. Now, I also want to make a quick disclaimer that I'm not a lender. I'm providing you with the information that is necessary for you to know during the process of financing. Now, one, pre-qualification. What is pre-qualification? Pre-qualification is just a statement. It is it is something that we say you can, you could, and it is not based on any verified information. For example, your money, your income went up. You might get those mail saying that you have been pre-qualified. Your credit score went up. You might get some other letters telling that you have been pre-qualified. All that information has not been verified. So it is just a suggestion that you might qualify. The second step is pre-approval. Now, pre-approval is where the lender has actually, you have met with the lender or engaged with the lender, and they have looked at a few things. One, they've looked at your income, they've looked at your credit score, they have looked at your debt to income ratio, they have looked at your bank statement or taxes, depending on whatever that is required. At that point, the lender actually verifies this information and gives you a pre-approval letter saying that, for example, you've been pre-approved for $500,000. The next step is the underwriting. Now, we have that if you are buying a house takes from anywhere between 30 days to 45 or sometimes 90 days, depending on the complexity of the matter. Now, between these times, so many things can happen, and therefore your loan or your file has to go through underwriter. So an underwriter is someone, it's a third party, third neutral party that will pick your file from the lender and verify all that information, because during this time you might lose your job, and that one takes your credibility down. Your credit score can go down for whatever reason. You missed some payment on another thing, or sometimes other people get excited and they buy cars, they buy furniture, and all the credit score goes like your debt to income ratio goes down. So this information is verified by the lender, by the underwriter. So let's say if your file passes and the lender clears you, then you are now cleared to close. At this point, I also want to believe that you're already in the contract, that is the purchase and sale contract. You want to buy a house, and of course the terms or the conditions on the loan should match what is there in your purchase and sale contract. And if all is well, then you are clear to close, and you have to go and sign, and we'll sign with whatever escrow, and then all that information is put together and you sign. And after you've signed and you've closed, only then will your loan be funded. And you as a buyer, you will get your keys after that, and then the seller actually is funded and gets their money. Let me know if you need any information in this regard. I can connect you with my lenders, just making sure that you are knowledgeable about this process.